Imagine building something from nothing. An idea bold enough to change how people live and work. An idea that grows into a company known around the world. Your name becomes inseparable from that creation. And then one day, without warning, everything stops. You are told to leave the company you created. Steve Jobs did not grow up wealthy. He was adopted shortly after birth, raised in a modest home in California. From a young age, he felt different. He questioned rules and challenged authority. Traditional systems never suited him. School rarely held his attention, but curiosity always did. He wanted to know how things worked, and why technology felt distant from ordinary people. Even early on, one question shaped his thinking. Why should powerful tools be reserved for experts? Why couldn't technology feel human? That question led him to technology, and to a small garage in California. Together with his friend, Steve Wozniak, they began building computers by hand. There were no investors, no polished business plans, no guarantees of success, just belief in a simple idea. A computer made for everyday people. They called the company Apple, and the world responded faster than expected. Apple grew at an incredible pace, from a garage project to a public company. Steve Jobs became the face of innovation, young, intense, visionary. But success brought pressure. Jobs demanded perfection. Every detail mattered. Design, experience, emotion. For some, this was inspiring. For others, it was exhausting. Teams worked endlessly. Tension grew inside the company. Executives began to worry about control. Conflicts escalated behind closed doors. Trust slowly eroded, until a critical decision was made. Steve Jobs was removed from leadership. Soon after, he was completely out of Apple. He was only 30 years old. This was not just professional loss. It was deeply personal. He lost the company that defined him, the company tied to his identity. Years later, he described this period as painful, one of the hardest moments of his life. He failed publicly, and spectacularly. But failure creates space for reflection, and for growth. After leaving Apple, Jobs started again. He founded a new company called NeXT. The products were powerful and elegant, but they were expensive and struggled to find a market. At the same time, he made a quiet decision. He purchased a small animation studio. Few people noticed. Even fewer believed in it. Its name was Pixar. For years, Pixar struggled. The future was uncertain. Then came a bold idea: a full-length computer animated film. When Toy Story was released, it changed everything. While Jobs rebuilt himself, Apple collapsed. The company lost focus. Its products confused customers. Sales declined. Losses mounted. Eventually, Apple made a desperate move. It acquired NeXT. And with that decision, Steve Jobs returned. This time, Jobs did not return as the impulsive visionary he once was. He returned with clarity. He simplified Apple's product line. He eliminated distractions. He restored focus. And then came a series of products that would reshape the modern world. The iMac, the iPod, the iPhone. These products were not just about technology. They were about experience, emotion, human connection. Apple didn't simply recover. It transformed. Years later, Steve Jobs reflected on his journey. He said that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that ever happened to him, because it forced him to grow. It stripped away ego. It demanded patience. It reshaped his leadership. Failure, in his case, was not the end of the story. It was the turning point. Not every failure is permanent. Not every ending is final. Sometimes, what feels like loss is simply preparation for something greater. Steve Jobs had to lose Apple, so that one day, he could return and build it better than before.